match that was fixed between two teams in the Tier B, which is well known, and nothing has been done with regards to that. I had a great passion to pursue a professional career in cricket. However, as a schoolboy, right throughout my career, was very keen on performing at a high standard, and all the facilities were available at that point of time, and life during school was nothing but cricket as a youngster with a passion, and with all the opportunities that you get as a schoolboy, I think I thrived amidst those circumstances. Well, as a professional cricketer in this country, unfortunately, there is no guarantee that you will make it financially. First of all, I should mention that, because at the end of the day, a professional cricketer's span is limited. It may be 15 years if you are extremely fit, it may be 20 years, but somewhere down the line you realize that the sport could not get you to places where you intended. That is one reason why I personally thought of looking for foreign exposure, mainly because of the financial opportunities that brought me, and not only me, I could talk on behalf of hundreds of cricketers who left halfway through doubting their financial stability. I believe that the recognition and the financial remunerations that we get abroad is much greater than over here as professional first-class cricketers. However, I'm not completely with that idea of promoting or having 24 clubs in the first-class structure, purely because if you take India, a population of 1.2 billion people, where I'm sure that the amount of cricketers that they produce within their clubs and within their states is in millions. But however, in Sri Lanka, we have about 200 to 250 active first-class cricketers. So therefore, we need competition. For it to be competitive, we need to reduce the number of teams. That's my belief. But I also think that, on the other hand, that it's a good opportunity for players who are not yet at that level to play Division 1, to play a few first-class games and then have the opportunity to travel abroad. In this country, politically, there has to be some sort of connection for this to happen. In order to represent a first-class team, you should be able to basically represent your country. Your standard of cricket should be as good as that. So that's why I believe that the standard of first-class cricket has been demeaned radically. Due to this reason, the competitiveness of the sport amongst the club levels has gone down considerably. I can personally vouch for that, because when I started my cricketing career 10 years ago, there are only 10 teams, 10 proper first-class teams, and it was really hard to get into the squad. But nowadays, teams are struggling to make numbers. Unfortunately, in Sri Lanka, the word professional cricketer exists only to a certain number of players, maybe limited to about 30 or 40. But the rest of them, they are semi-professional cricketers as far as I can see. Because you can't survive with the income that you generate out of your professional career as a cricketer in Sri Lanka, because the cricket season will last only for about 4 months, and within that 4 months, the payment that an average first-class cricketer would receive is not sufficient for that person to build up a family life or to have a reasonable life. That's why I believe most of the cricketers, majority, I'm talking on behalf of the majority of the people, they opt to work elsewhere as well as they play cricket. So this would collide the conflict of interest as a professional cricketer, because when you're a professional cricketer, when every other cricketer that is in this world would focus only on the game of cricket, you would go and work from 8:30 to 2 o'clock or maybe 3 o'clock, and then your focus would shift to cricket, which I believe is not professional enough. The cricket board needs to intervene and ensure that these professional cricketers are actually professional cricketers in terms of remunerations, in terms of work ethics, in terms of training, in terms of all the infrastructure that they needs to be provided in order for them to be professional cricketers. In the recent past, so many allegations have been brought up against certain Sri Lankan cricketers, which is yet to be proved right or wrong. However, these things also up because of the lack of discipline in terms of the players. Not only, I would really not blame only the players. Also, the administration is equally responsible in order to create awareness for these players. When you represent your country or patriot, so if you can betray your own country, then there's nothing more to talk about that. Sri Lankans generally are very spirited team. They try their best, but the only fault that I could find is the credibility of the players that actually play the game right now. Well, if you talk about our domestic tournament, there have been certain allegations in the past with the results of certain games, and not too long ago there was a match that was fixed between two teams in the Tier D, which is well known, and nothing has been done with regards to that. So this again is more political rather than the players intervening or being involved. The income that is generated by the cricket board is very high, and for many people, I'd say the cricket board is a gold mine. So most of the people maximize out of it. I mean, they try to make as much as possible. They try to stay in power. There are plenty of allegations against the employees working in the cricket board. So, and I'm sure that there won't be any smoke without fire. So, therefore, in conclusion, with regards to this topic, it's pretty sad to say that the people who are really in charge of this game in Sri Lanka needs to be much more responsible, and they themselves need to think about the game existing and prolonging in this country rather than themselves. Pumping, generating more money to the players rather than everything else. Because at the end of the day, if the players are protected and looked after, the sport will evolve and the sport will prolong. So the grassroots needs to be addressed. The players need some sort of support from the administrators in terms of finances and infrastructure. And if that is being done, I'm sure that things would change radically in this country. It might take some time, even if this is implemented now, things might take some time for the change to happen, but if it does happen, I'm sure that things would work in the right path for Sri Lanka.